Yo, what is up, Goon Squad? You are back for episode 32 of the Gridiron Goons. Can't thank you enough for coming back for another episode. This is a big episode. We're not going to tell you yet because we got a surprise for you coming halfway through the episode. So make sure you stay tuned. If you had to get out of your car, I guess you're going to listen to us after work instead of before. But, boys.
Christmas in August.
Yeah.
That's what we call draft week, baby. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, a lot of fantasy
This Saturday.
We're
Getting so close.
Are coming up. We got Ova and I got one Friday, we got one Saturday, and then Dex, you got that one with us on Saturday. So
he doubles up on Saturday, don't you?
Who?
Yeah,
no.
Dex.
What?
Don't you double up on Saturday? I thought you got
you guys always
got
had
the
another
boys.
draft.
No, that was last year. No, that was last year. We had the two drafts in the one day. That sucks. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. You guys were crippled.
Yeah, no, that was rough. Last year we had the two drafts in the one day. No, we do. Thankfully, we do not have it this year. That was
You're
rough.
drafting on a different day, or you're out of that league completely?
No, we're drafting on a different day. We just don't know what day. Yeah, I think it's probably Sunday. I'm not 100% sure. I should probably.
Sunday.
Ask
It's
about that,
a good thing you're not in this one with us on Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday draft.
Oh,
No.
That's the dream, boys. That's the fucking dream. That's the best part. Draft's the only fun part of fantasy football. That's the only time that
usually
you actually have
downhill.
fun. After
rest
that,
of it
it's
is
just, you
stressful.
hate your life. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's the worst.
It is a stressful time.
What the fuck
It
you
was
get
the
up?
best of times. It was the worst of times.
Yeah, that's it. The fuck you boys get up to this weekend?
No, man, I on Saturday went to Canadian Brewhouse, checked that place out for the first time on the rooftop patio with a couple of the boys, and it's fucking sick, man. We actually saw Deck there. He was at the bar, so he was on the inside, I was on the outside, and it was that place is awesome, man. I mean, I can't say enough good stuff about it. I mean, hashtag not an ad, so I'll shut up. But,
Well, fuck, we've been talking about this. We've been talking about a rooftop patio in our area for fucking years since we were in the restaurant. Since we were in the restaurant game, right? So, I remember Canadian Brewhouse when I was working out in Saskatoon, and fuck, I was out there by myself. So I would just on Sundays go watch a Jays game. I'd walk over, and fuck, I would get crippled over there on those fucking Caesars.
Yeah, no, it was good food. Like I said, the rooftop patio was awesome, and the bill was only like $40-something for like an app and 4 pints. So that's a pretty good deal.
God damn it, Alaska!
Declan's dog, I guess, is misbehaving. But, that's what you guys are hearing in the background. No worries, you can't control them up forever. So Dex, tell us about your Saturday when I bumped into you.
Fuck, I also went to the brew house on Saturday. I went there, and then we left.
Talking business.
Yeah, we went there too. Yeah, figuring some stuff out, which is again something we're gonna hopefully surprise you guys with. Went there, crushed a couple of beers after, watched the UFC. That was pretty much my Saturday. Then it was actually kind of quiet comparison because it's gonna be busy as fuck this Saturday.
That's goddamn right.
Oh, you you started off by saying you were going to the zoo, and then you were supposed to go to the movies, and then it was like, dude, you had chaos. And I guess that's the life of a dad.
The life of a dad.
Dad life.
No, you know what? It was I made a deal with the wife. I was like, you know what, Rye? I'm gonna take this. This is dad weekend because next weekend is daddy's weekend. and yeah, so like Nash is playing soccer or whatnot right now, right? So it's nice, like seeing him getting into the sport, and like this is actually the first practice that he made all the way through, and god damn it, it just like warms your heart when you see something that you made start fucking actually like doing something you like. He's like, fuck yeah, like I can't wait till he can throw a football. But then but yeah, no, and then it was and then I was supposed to meet you boys on the patio, and then but that went kind of downhill because Nash wasn't feeling up to me leaving the house. He was throwing a little bit of a tantrum, but had to get him to sleep. And then we got him to his first movie because everything's back open, and saw Paw Patrol, the movie. So yeah, it's the hashtag dad life is
because the kid doesn't watch enough of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, they kind
but
of
no,
that's how they get you, because they know that as soon as the kid sees that commercial on TV, it's game over.
But honestly,
you're spending the money if you don't even have it.
honestly, I don't even care what the fuck it was that I was watching. Just the chance to go back to the movies and fucking sit, watch a movie. I don't give a fuck what was on the screen, but like movie
Get some good
popcorn.
popcorn, hell yeah.
That's it. And you know what? Like,
And
I just like,
popcorn, man,
and
so
I just
good.
like last week I didn't really get into it too much, but I was in a volleyball tournament that last week. We just registered for fucking hockey coming up in a couple weeks here. Like everything's going back to normal. Like I'm back at the gym. Like everything's coming up over you right now. So like I'm in a whole different level right now, boys. So it's I'm ready for this weekend, and you guys better be fucking ready as well.
Ovi's fired up and ready to go.
No, I'm excited for this weekend too. It's draft weekend. All the boys get together. We personally in our league with Ove, Declan, and I, we have the live draft kit. So it has the stickers. You put them up on the board. You announce your pick. It's the best way to do it that we've found. It's more interactive.
Fantastic. It's so much fun.
It's a blast, man.
You just get the boys together. You get some pints into you. Just forget your names for a little bit, and just like we got a keg going for this year's draft. Like it just everyone just gets together, just have a good time kind of thing, right? And then this year, which was like a spur of the moment with the Queen's Plate going on this weekend, we got our fucking draft order from watching the horse race, and it was fucking wild. It was fun, boys. Like, you know what? I think it's gonna be like a yearly thing now, because like fuck, imagine going to the Queen's Plate, getting all fucking like sued up.
Next year we should actually wait. Where is that?
When is
Woodbine.
it though?
It's at
Is it
Woodbine.
at Woodbine?
It's usually like it's
go.
right. Yeah, fucking right.
Like obviously you don't have to make all the guys go. You just would pick.
No, you have to make them all go.
Yeah,
if we're doing the draft though, you all have to be there. I don't care. Obviously, some live at the other side of the world.
But you suit everybody suits the fuck up, and we go watch horses race and fucking bet and gamble, and then also get our draft over. Fucking right, boys. That's a fucking dream.
That's actually a pretty good way to do it. I like it. It's pure chance of luck. It's like it's up to fate now. Run, horse, run.
Dude, it's literally like putting names in a hat, just way more exhilarating.
It's way more fun.
Exactly. That was the funny thing. Rotundo was like, "Oh, this is what a better's fucking thrill feels like, eh?"
That kid is a gambling addict.
He's just a gambling addict that needs to get back to a casino.
Well, his horse went from like 9 to 3.
Oh yeah,
like that. Like it was wild.
He made a big jump or whatever.
Yeah, it went 9 to 2. And he wants CMC so bad. That's his boy, right? So he was pretty excited for it. But no, it was that's how Sunday wrapped up for me. And fuck, it was a hell of a fucking weekend. Like for a fucking low key weekend, it's just like it's the primer for this weekend coming up, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a mess this weekend.
Sure is. With that being said, let's get into some football news, boys.
Let's talk some football.
Like we said, we got that surprise coming up for you guys. It's going to be a pretty cool second half of the episode, so make sure you stick around. We're just going to break down some of the news over the past week or so, and then we'll give you that birthday surprise. Even if it's not your birthday.
Call it an early birthday.
Yeah, but the biggest news coming out recently over the past, I guess it was yesterday and today, which is Tuesday, day of the recording, the Travis Etienne news, pick out of Clemson to the Jacksonville Jaguars. He suffered some weird fucking sprain that apparently is going to cost him his entire rookie season.
Alyssa Franks.
Yeah, I've never heard of that, and apparently not a lot of people have, but
apparently it's a metatarsal or something like that. It's like on the top of your foot. It's a sprain that like you're basically better off to break your foot at that point. Like I looked into it because I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, how do you get a sprain and fucking lose your whole season kind of thing?
Well, that was the funniest thing when you posted it in the group. You're like, how does a sprain end your season? Like, what the fuck kind of sprain is that? Yeah. I'm like, true. Like,
unless you're Michael Thomas and a sprain takes 2 seasons to heal. But
he's still crying about it today.
But no, you know what? it doesn't affect the Jags that much. I don't think Etienne was going to be the guy who was going to make or break their season. I think it just solidifies James Robinson, just has his stock fucking shoot right the fuck up this year. Other than that, like I could see one of the bigger signings, like a Lev Bell or a Todd Gurley, maybe signing with him as a backup to James Robinson with Etienne out now. But other than that, like I don't think it's a huge impact thing. Jags weren't going to be fucking going to the Super Bowl this year anyways, right? So I think give the kid a year to fucking rest up, get it all fucking proper, and then see him next year. You know what I mean?
Just devastating to lose your whole year already.
That's exactly what I was.
I mean, that's the most devastating part. James Robinson, it's probably just I breathed a sigh of relief, a sense, right? I mean, he was probably a little rattled when they drafted him. Sure, obviously, don't cheer for an injury, but
so I know how
his backfield again.
I know how it works in the NHL. So, like, because he doesn't play a single game this season, is he still like? Could he technically still win Rookie of the Year next year, or how does that work? Like, I know in the NHL, if you don't play at all in your first season and then you play your second season, you can get Rookie of the Season.
I don't know. Honestly, you know what? I've never been asked.
I only want to say yes because he's technically not going to make the 53-man or what is it, 52-man roster.
Yeah. That was 53. Yeah.
53, yeah.
52, 53, whatever. He's not going to make the roster. So then he's technically hasn't. But I don't know if it's going to burn. I don't know, man. NFL's different. Like it's.
Yeah, well, that's it, right? Like, does that burn a year off his contract? Like,
yeah,
I think it.
I don't think it burns a year off the contract. No,
I think in the NFL because it still does.
You got to play like 8 games because what is it? Teams get right. When guys try to pull that garbage that I'm not going to play, they have to allot a full season in order to get to free agency. Lev Bell did this when he didn't want to play, but he still had like another year, so he had to play X amount of games to occur a season, or it was just like you didn't play the season, so it doesn't count on your contract.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I forgot about that whole fuckery that happened with that situation. But no, hopefully, he heals up well and can get back out there with his former teammate Trevor Lawrence. We'll see how he does.
He looked really good in that preseason game. Like, I know he had a little bit of a rough start, but what he finished like 20 for 28 with 180 or something like that. Yeah, he looked pretty good. I don't think he has
preseason though.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, absolutely.
It's so hard
and you're playing
But did you see the run? Did you see the run that he made? Like, the kid doesn't have any fear. Like, we saw
a pretty ballsy move. We saw Fields by 4 guys.
We saw Fields get lit the fuck up this weekend.
He'll probably get told to stop doing that.
You saw Field. No, but that's the thing. That's Trevor Lawrence's game. Like, if you watch him at Clemson, that's what he does. That's why he went. That's why he went number 1, right? So he's good at it. He's a good scrambling quarterback. He's a good running quarterback.
Get out of bounds then.
Well, that's it, right? And he's got to learn to slide and all that kind of stuff. Like, it was a very ballsy play that he had, but you look at Justin Fields, like, his line's just trash, and he got lit the fuck up. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, you're gonna get hit.
I mean, the Justin Fields one, and even as a Bills fan, I'm gonna say it was definitely a fucking illegal hit. Like, it was a high hit for no reason. Like, Andre Smith is like more of a veteran guy now, and he should know better.
Especially in preseason.
And that's what I was gonna say. It's preseason. Like, I know he's trying to make the squad, but it's still like I didn't like seeing. I saw it at first, and I was like, oh, what a fucking sick hit. And then I watched it again, and I was like, that is illegal. So it was just like, and listen, again, as a Bills fan, I'm not siding with my team because it was definitely a dirty hit. Like, you don't need to hit a QB that high. Like, there's no reason you should be like thrusting upwards to make your contact. You could have tackled him at the hips, and he would have
wrapped him up. Yeah. So, yeah. No, and I'm gonna call this right now. I'm gonna go on a Declan of last year, on Adam Gase, on Matt Nagy this year. If Matt Nagy is a coach on that team for much longer, after that fucking call today of him announcing Andy Dalton as a starter, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Why is Andy Dalton your starter? You just drafted this kid in the top 10. Did he go top 10 or did he go 12? Something like that, right?
Whatever, let's just say top half.
But it's Andy fucking Dalton. Like, he's played in the league forever. He has never really done anything spectacular. Like, he got the Bills to the playoffs one time. That's a highlight of his career. Like
He
that's
didn't
it.
even play
That's
for
all-
the Bills.
And he didn't even play for the Bills.
yeah.
His team didn't make the playoffs that year, by the way.
That's all he's ever
Yeah.
fucking done. So like, I just don't understand it. The call
Listen,
by Matt
Andy, if
Nagy-
you're listening, I just want you to know I'm just
Yeah.
continue your rant.
I don't know. I don't understand the call, and I don't want to get too far into it, but I will go on a Declan Adam Gase rant on Matt Nagy all year until he is fired.
Man, it gets frustrating. Sometimes you just like it gets beyond you how long a guy can stay in the league and coach this poorly.
Well, look how good.
I think it's just a veteran move. I think
look
that's
how-
all it is. It's a
That's-
veteran
that-
move.
I agree with
I think that's
Declan. I
all it
think-
is.
Yeah, it's 100%.
But
a
I
veteran
agree. I
move.
don't
You
like
just
Matt
have
Nagy
the
as a
veteran
coach.
QB, and you're gonna see how he plays. Well, that's what the actual statement was. The statement was we need to see him in a regular season game. So he could have an extremely short lease, and if he goes like 9 for 30 and throws 3 picks, and like it could be like, all right, Fields, you're in week 2.
I think if he
So-
shits the bed, you'll see Fields by week 3. Honestly,
Week
like
3,
if they're really playing that bad, Matt Nagy at that point will have nothing to lose. Like he's one of
He's
those
already
like
risking it,
he's
yeah.
the next in line. He's the next in line for me to be fired the same way that Adam Gase should be fired. That he hasn't done anything, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do anything with the team that he has. So just I don't know, fire him and get rid of him and start anew. But
yeah, I
stranger
think
things have happened in the
definitely-
NFL.
Yeah, you definitely see Fields before week 4 is my guess. Like
I
week
say
3.
three.
I
if he
think
really
so.
shits the
Yeah,
bed.
week 3 I think is probably the safe bet, because if they go Dalton had a decent first game, let's see what he does in week 2, then it's like, okay, yeah, this is not like I think Fields is going to come in and make an immediate impact. That's my guess.
I think so too.
I
I,
really do.
agree.
I think that he looked really good in those preseason games. Like the throws he was making, he made. You could see that he went through his progressions, which I mean, as an offensive coordinator, gets you fucking rock hard on that sidelines.
I'm gonna call it right now. Andy Dalton doesn't make it past half in the first game, and you'll
That's a
see
very
Justin Fields.
bold
you'll see-
Yeah,
statement.
I don't know about that. That's very extreme.
Who do the Bears have week 1?
All right. So what are you so assured of?
Who do they
What are you
have?
willing?
Why is-
What are
why
you
got
willing
that.
to
They
risk?
got the LA Rams at home with
So
AD
you don't think
and Jalen Ramsey. 100%.
Yeah, but then you give him a break, man. You're not.
And
you're
then
playing
what?
one-
You
the
throw
two
Justin
best
Fields to the
guys.
wolves by going up against Aaron Donald? Yeah, hey,
They're
welcome
probably
to the
getting-
league, buddy.
they're
Go
probably-
I'd
fun.
rather let Andy Dalton ride it out. Get
they're probably
fucking banged up.
getting crushed by that point anyways. So
you know what
might
Andy
as well
Dalton will be
fucking-
known as? A sacrificial lamb. That's what'll happen.
Exactly.
You have to play the rest of this
Nah.
game because we don't want Fields getting hurt.
Dude, there's no way you pull him.
AD
fucking
probably eats
first
his
half.
fucking lunch, and Fields has to go in because he's dead.
Well,
If he
that
gets
is
pulled at
also
the
true.
half, that is wild because they paid.
No, there's
they
no
brought
way.
him in this season and this
They
offseason.
paid him, man. Yeah.
They're-
That's what I'm saying. They paid him.
They're paying Big Dick Nick to sit as a third. So it
Yeah,
doesn't.
well, that guy's just.
Yeah, but he
I don't
doesn't
know.
want. I don't think he wants to see the field, man. I think he wants to just sit on the bench and collect his free paycheck. Man.
He wants the Josh McCown job,
The
man.
Josh
Just sit at home and
McCown
get
job,
paid.
fucking
And
right.
every now and again, you got to go sit on a bench.
Emergency quarterback.
Yeah, what a life.
Dude, Josh McCown had the best job ever, man.
Yeah,
Here, take
just
this
literally-
$2 million. We might need you.
yeah. sit at home and
He
just-
got to travel the
Stay
entire
in
United
shape.
States for several years. He got to live in almost every fucking NFL city imaginable.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played
And got
everywhere.
paid millions of dollars. And I don't know.
That's the dream.
Yeah. You know what? Who cares?
Maybe that's
But
why he
anyways-
announced him as week 1 starter, just because he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they
Imagine-
might, like you said, he might just be the sacrificial lamb, and they're just
Yeah.
trying to. They don't want to let Fields get murdered by Ravens.
Exactly.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell. But anyways, boys, let's move on from that news for now. A small tidbit that I just wanted to throw out: Luke Wilson, tight end, used to play for Seattle, Canadian boy. The only reason why I'm basically mentioning it, he just
I was gonna say
resigned
that's the only reason.
again. Yeah, he's not gonna make an impact, but just because he's a Canadian boy, just wanted to throw that out there. Veteran guy back with the Seahawks. We had the Robbie Anderson news today, which is big. 2 years, almost 30 mil, and I mean, a lot of people say that he's a underrated guy, and I think we're gonna see that now. You're getting paid 15 mil a year. You better step up. You got a new quarterback. hopefully he can continue making that underrated impact that we've seen Robbie Anderson do.
See what he does. I mean, he's a streaky player. That's all I really got to say about him. He burned.
But the
burned
thing
him more
is,
than a few times.
the thing is that is his play is a streak, and if you hit Robbie Anderson on a streak, he is going to burn you because he is one of the fastest players in the league.
Well, he's tall and lanky, as fuck. So
yeah, that's it. So, it's good. Every time I think of Robbie Anderson, is when he starts talking about the fucking bear. He's like, "What the fuck that bear doing?"
Sir Purr.
It's like, that's Sir Purr. Is that a bear? No, it's a panther. You play for the Panthers.
That had him in the dumbest thing. Yeah, but dude,
you
Robbie
idiot.
Anderson looks like the guy who just like fucking smokes.
He looks like Coolio
out the wazoo. Like,
he looks like Coolio.
Oh, that's funny. We had Darrell Henderson announced that he's day-to-day with a thumb injury. Kind of a weird one there. Must have got jammed up on something at a practice.
I was in the preseason.
Or in one of the preseason games. But definitely something to watch out. Now that he's the RB1 for the Rams. The news coming out. Jameis Winston is QB1 for the New Orleans Saints. I think most
he's
people were expecting this, but
leader in the clubhouse is what they're saying. They haven't announced it yet, but he's leader of the clubhouse. Which, hey, we haven't
basically
really
coming out as he's the starter. But I mean,
we haven't seen a full season at a Jimmer since his laser eye surgery. So
I honestly can't. I still can't get over that he said that. Like, he went and fixed his eyes as being like. Jeez, it would make sense though. The way that guy just throws the ball down the field to pretty aimlessly most times.
Well, what was it? 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions.
And 30 interceptions. That guy was. Let's put it this way: that guy was an absolute gem for fantasy football. If you needed points out of the quarterback, because he just. Yeah. Man, my guy's down there somewhere. I'm just going to throw it and hope for the best.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like him. I mean, I can't say I like him.
Nah, you know what? Like
it gives you more than Taysom Hill gives you.
I don't like him, but I think that's QB position. It definitely benefits you more than Taysom Hill.
Yeah, he gives you a lot more than what Taysom Hill can give you. Jameis Winston has been a legitimate quarterback in the NFL. Like, he understands how to play sometimes to play the position. He gives you a lot more than Taysom Hill gives you, and I think it's better for everybody around that Jameis Winston's the starter.
If Jameis is the starter, and it looks like he's going to be, Kamara's value is going to be in the top 5. Yep. And Michael Thomas's kind of slides down because he's not the guy that's going to hit the guy on the slant. He doesn't hit that pass. But a guy that could benefit from this, which he has in the last few preseason games, is Marquise Callaway. So who knows? That could be a guy that he could be a sleepy 16, 17 round.
He's giving away all the secrets.
No, I got 12 more in my
trust
pocket.
Me, that is not a secret. That was blasted all over NFL Network over the last couple of days. Yo, dude, they were all over that. Oh my God, 120 yards and 2 touchdowns in a preseason game. This guy's an all-star, and you're like,
come on.
Trust me, dude. It was all over TV, man. It's
and you know what? And the bonus that came out of that game too is it doesn't look like Adam Troutman had a really serious injury, so he's another guy that they could really benefit from having this year. So,
I think it really does benefit Taysom Hill though, because they can continue to use him in that Swiss Army knife role as a running back, quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, whatever the fuck they want. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that they can still use Taysom Hill in that role for sure. And then Winston, hopefully they give him a legitimate chance. And when I say that, I mean like 5 or 6 games. Let him really settle into the role. Let him really get a couple games under his belt, and then maybe reevaluate after like 5 or 6 weeks, you know?
Yeah.
So, we had a couple news about some other quarterbacks. Josh Rosen signing with the Atlanta Falcons. This is now his 5th NFL team, which all of you and I died laughing during his draft because his comments after he got drafted as one of the last guys in the first round for QBs, he's like, oh, I'm the best QB in this draft, and I'm going to prove it. And he's had 5 teams in just as many years, I think, or close to it. So,
Well, do you know? Can you name the guy who just beat Josh Rosen out for the QB3 job for the Niners?
I cannot.
Nate
No.
Sudfield. and that explains exactly how well Josh Rosen looked at Niner camp this offseason.
That's pretty sad.
It's
Well, Josh Rosen also isn't that type of quarterback. To be fair,
Josh Rosen isn't a fucking Tim Tebow. He's going to be a tight end in 5 years.
Okay, he's not had a great NFL career, but he's played on some really bad teams too. Remember, like he played for the Dolphins when they were just absolutely horrific.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Josh Rosen.
he did. That's where he got drafted.
He got drafted.
No, he got
drafted by the Cardinals.
Cardinals drafted.
But then he went to the Dolphins. I know he's on the Cardinals.
Did he go to the Dolphins? I don't even remember.
Yes, he played for the Dolphins. He's played on some terrible teams.
Cardinals, he got drafted.
Bad
team.
sure.
He was on the Buccaneers.
And he was on their practice squad. He was on their practice squad because then allowed him to make more money.
Okay.
There's another team
I remember that. I think it
on,
was pretty clever.
It's irrelevant because
he's
battling it out for just the backup QB job in Atlanta, anyways. So you're not gonna see him.
I couldn't even name the backup for Atlanta. So
no,
he played for the Cardinals and the Dolphins, and then he went on the Bucs practice team.
Okay.
And then who was his last team? Oh, I guess the Niners.
And
now the Falcons. There you go. Okay, there's the 5th. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's just a funny tidbit that he was that guy of the draft. There's always that guy who's like, oh, these teams are gonna
they made a mistake.
And then it's like, okay, well, where's your career now?
You can't even
down the drain, and
you can't even get on the field.
Yeah, no, seriously. And then the other news, Mac Jones getting high praise from Bill Belichick, with Cam Newton being on some, like, there's a new weird protocol this year that to re-enter a facility, it's like a 5-day COVID protocol thingy. I don't know. I don't want to really get into those details, but with Cam Newton being away from the facility for 5 days, he's saying that it gives Mac Jones a real opportunity to get, team one reps, and try to settle in that role during practice. And then I guess this week coming up for the preseason game, which I think is just going to benefit him even more, that you'll definitely see Mac Jones as the QB1 at some point this season. I don't know exactly when, because I think they're going to try to give Cam a shot again. I'm just curious when Mac Jones will come in.
I think you see Mac Jones week 1. At this point, I think.
Yeah, me too. I think Cam is literally.
He has looked so good. I'm not saying Cam hasn't looked good, but you drafted this kid to be your starter. Just like use Cam as a mentor. Well, I wouldn't even use him as a mentor really, but but I would still use him as your backup. I'd let Mac Jones get out there. The thing is like who out of that receiving core is going to be the guy? Because I can't pick a guy. Like, is it going to be Kendrick Bourne, who is a nothing on the Niners? Is it going to be Nelson Aguilar? Is it going to be Jacoby Myers? Or like there's all these no-name guys. Like, yeah, they built a great receiving. Like they built like they built a team of wide receiver 2s. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
I would say they don't have.
But who's going to be the guy? Who's going to be
Nelson
the guy?
Aguilar, I think, is going to be the guy.
Yeah, I think.
I think Nelson Aguilar. He had a pretty good season last year with Oakland.
Yeah,
he really stepped up.
Still Nelson Aguilar. So
I know. I know.
We'll see. Like, I definitely agree with you though, Dex. Like, I think that Aguilar is definitely out of that group, the guy, but I don't know if he is the guy. If you kind of catch my drift, like
if anybody can make it work, it'll be Bill Belichick. So
true.
we'll see.
That's very true.
Well, who's the long-haired blonde guy?
Janet Vicious or something like that.
Olszewski or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but he's looked pretty good in pre. So, but it's pre, right? So it is what it is. But him and Mac, like they have that connection, right? So, I think you'll see Mac a lot sooner, if not game 1. You'll see him a lot sooner than expected.
Well, the headline that came out today was New England frustrated with Cam Newton over the over the stuff. So I mean, the door is, like you said, is wide open for Mac Jones. So I wouldn't shock me. Plus, Cam Newton's had his opportunity there in New England, and he really didn't do much with it. So even if he gets a starting job, how much of a leash does he really have?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, definitely agree. Speaking of other COVID stuff, I mean, the Bills had a bunch of guys sent home today too on this new 5-day protocol thing. Cole Beasley, Gabriel Davis, Quentin Jefferson, and there was another guy. They all got sent home because it was a trainer caught COVID, and then they were all close contacts, so they got sent home. So it unfortunately is already starting, and we know all about fucking Cole Beasley and his anti-vax nonsense. So
yeah, he went off on it.
I hate that it has to be a guy on my team that has to be that guy around the league that's just getting the absolute negative publicity, and a team that is supposed to make a deep run, and it's already started, man. Like, this is a week or two before the season, and you're already getting sent home because you're not vaxxed. If he's vaxxed, you don't leave team facility. Everyone tested negative, but because these 4 guys didn't get vaxxed, they have to go do the protocol. So it's like, what if that's a game week, man? What if that's a big game? Say
100%.
What if that's week 17 and you make the playoffs or you don't make the playoffs, and then all of a sudden, you're missing 4 key starters or something? It's just, we're gonna see that again this year, and I'm not looking forward to it.
I just don't want to see any cancellation. I don't want to see a game that gets forfeited. You know what I mean? Like, that's. Oh,
you mean like a fucking Titan replay from last year where fucking 3 weeks or something, or 2 weeks, everything is pushed and
that's the thing, right?
Just absolute nonsense.
The same time, I loved it because we almost got football like every day of the week a couple times.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah. So I was okay with that, but no, I don't. I hope that I just want a regular football season. That's all it comes down to, right?
Yeah. That's what we're all aiming for. I'm hoping. But here's a good one for you guys. One of these is Ove's team, and the other one I think is pretty up in the air discussion. But there's no QB decision yet for the Niners or the Broncos. So the situation in Denver is Drew Lock versus Teddy Bridgewater, and then the situation in San Francisco would be Trey Lance versus Jimmy Garoppolo. Give me your guys' takes. Deck, we'll start with you because I already know where Ove's going with one of the teams, so I want you to break down both teams and who you would pick and why.
Tough spot. I think the Broncos should go with Drew Lock. I'll start there. I think the Broncos should go with Drew Lock. They haven't had a whole lot of success trying to pick a quarterback over the last few seasons, but I think constantly switching here, there, and everywhere is not going to help. I think Drew Lock is the better option. He's your more, how do I phrase this? I guess like traditional quarterback that is going to get the guys on the outside involved. Teddy Bridgewater seems more, he pushed the ball downfield a little bit more last season, but that's not really his game. He gets out, he scrambles around. I think your team is doing better off with Drew Lock sitting in there. Cortland Sutton, I mean, hopefully he comes back. He's just returned from that injury. Cortland Sutton, Hamilton, Jerry Jeudy. I think all those guys will play better football with Drew Lock as opposed to if you had Teddy Bridgewater there. So I'd take Drew Lock over Bridgewater there. The 49ers. Christ. I think you go with Jimmy Garoppolo. Again, this is similar to what I said with Andy Dalton. This is a pure veteran move to start your season. They're a team that's expected to be good again this season. And do you really throw your rookie your rookie quarterback in right away and possibly not saying it will, could possibly tank your season, and then you go to Jimmy Garoppolo that might not be any better, but at that point you've already ruined Trey Lance's confidence in the team and from there. I think you start with the veteran presence, you keep him on a short leash, and then you shouldn't be scared to move to Trey Lance. You drafted him high enough, you believe the guy's your future. And Jimmy Garoppolo, again, has had his opportunity and he hasn't done much with it either. I think you start veteran, but keep it on a short leash.
I'll kind of start with Denver, and I I'm on the complete opposite side of Dex. I think at this point you got to start Teddy Two Gloves. I think he's the guy that you want. You want that veteran leadership. I think Drew Lock had his shot to do show what he had last year. Like, you didn't really change up. You still got KJ Hamler. You still got Jerry Jeudy. You still got Noah Fant. Like, there, you have a lot of pieces, and now you added Javonte Williams. So you had Melvin Gordon last year. You had Philip Lindsay. I just don't think Drew Lock did enough to prove himself, and I think Teddy kind of did in Carolina. Like, he had a relatively good season on a not so good team. And now you're putting him into a team that has very good weapons and a very good offense and a very good defense. Like, this is a team that could surprise a lot of fucking people with the right person at center. Me personally, I think Teddy's that kind of guy. He has the veteran. He's the veteran that can do it, and he can get the ball to those guys. I just don't know what Drew Lock is. I don't think he has the consistency to do what everyone thinks that he might be able to do. As for the Niners, this is the way I'm calling it right now. We got a week 6 bye. I think you see Trey Lance after week 6 you see Trigger Trey probably week 7. But up until that point, because right off the hop, I'm going to say we're going to rattle off the first 3 wins. So we got Lions, Eagles, Packers. We got the Packers numbers year in, year out. Eagles and Lions, sorry, you're just not going to compete with our defense alone. Our defense alone is going to win that game. So that's 3 games. But our next 2 games are 2 divisional games, and it's Seahawks and Cardinals. I think we might lose those back. Like, we might lose 2 weeks in a row. And then that goes right into our bye week. So coming off 2 losses going into the bye week, they might say, hey, you know what? Let's fucking turn this train around. Let's get fucking Trigger Trey in there. And you might see Trigger Trey for the rest of the season, barring any big injuries or anything like that.
But then at that point, you're 3-2. You're 3-2, and you're thinking of a quarterback change.
But you're going down. You're going downhill against divisional
games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But do you think Trey Lance necessarily would have won you those 2 divisional games?
Against the Cardinals? Yes. I think we're going to split the season series with Seattle. I always think that we're going to go 1-1. I think we'll go 1-1 against the Cardinals. I think Jimmy G will start in that game, and I think we're going to lose the first one like we did last year. And then we're going to sweep the Rams is what I think. But I think we will lose. I think we'll lose the first one against Seahawks, first one against the Cards. So that's where I'm at. But I could be completely wrong, and Jimmy could rattle off fucking 5 wins off the hop, and you won't see Trigger Trey until Jimmy gets hurt. So until Jimmy loses the spot, I think it's his spot. I would love to see Trey. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see Trey from fucking game 1. But Jimmy hasn't done anything to lose the spot right now. He's had a couple bad passes, especially like you saw a lot of them, like that Derwin James pick that got returned for a pick 6 at camp a couple days ago. You saw another one in the game on Sunday. So I don't know. It's tough. I think Jimmy G, he is good enough to keep the role, and if he keeps looking good, it's how the rest of the team performs as well, right? And if we can stay healthy, that's what the Niners' biggest issue always is. So
them and the Chargers. Stay healthy.
Yeah, I definitely I'm gonna go with Jimmy G to start the season. I think the veteran presence to just kick everything off, and I think you're also lighting a fire under Trey Lance. You tell the rookie, sorry man, not yet. Then he's sitting there, his blood's boiling on the sidelines. That's only going to benefit you. It's only going to make him work harder and fucking do what he's got to do to eventually see that field. So I think that you definitely start Jimmy. To me, that's an easy decision because you don't need to throw Trey in immediately. You can see how Jimmy does, and then, dude, a week 6 bye is probably one of the best buys in the whole sport because if you're having a good season, you get your guys rested up. And then you continue, the second half of your season. If you're having a shit start, it's a perfect time to fucking make changes and still have a shot at playoffs.
Exactly.
So I really think that the week 6-7 bye is a great one. And then when it comes to Denver, to me, this is a coin flip, but I heard recently through all my connects that the word out of Denver is that Bridgewater will be getting the starting position. I think that I would do the same thing. Who said Locke and then Bridgewater? Dex? Yeah.
I said Locke.
I think that I would give Locke his shot because it was his team from last year, but that's probably the only reason why I do that is because he's been there, he knows the playbook, and it was his team last year. And then after a couple of weeks, if you got to throw Teddy in, then you do so.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think Denver is just one of those teams that has potential this year, right? Like it's gonna be a tough division this year. Like it's not the wash division that's been for the last couple of years, right? So
yeah, no, for sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's surprise time. The moment you've all been waiting for.
We made it.
We got a special live. Well, technically it's recorded now, but right now we're going to be doing it live on the recording. I'm live mock draft, and you're going to be able to be here for the whole ride through the draft. We're going to do about 7 rounds. Dex over and I, and yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna basically break down our picks, the reason why we picked them in the position we were at. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the content because I'm sure it's gonna get heated and some crazy picks will be made, and we're gonna have to justify them for the other 2 guys.
And we are not censored, so there will be a lot of swear words coming up in the next few minutes here.
If you have a young child listening, you might want to just put in some
tell them earmuffs.
Yeah.
So as of right now, when we are starting this draft, I am pick 6. Matthew Lovat is pick 9, and Declan is at the turn at 12. And a 12-team half point PPR, and we have 8 rounds. So let's
8. Sorry, I said 7. Okay. So 8 rounds.
Yeah. So let's start her off here, boys.
All right. So we're not going to tell you who the computer picked because, that'll just be a lot of fucking name reading. But we are going to break down each one of our picks and which pick we picked them at just for you guys. Just waiting for everything to load. What is the computer doing here? I thought they normally flew through all their picks.
Yeah, no, they normally do. I don't know what I did here.
well, this computer bot is trolling us.
Yeah, it's taking a long time just to take this.
Just bear with us. We thought we had this all set up, but the computer is trolling us right now. So we just gotta get this figured out. Some technical difficulties.
Just pause. I'll just cut all this out.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I was actually gonna keep. I guess it depends how long it's gonna take for you to.
It's gonna take a while.
Oh really?
I don't know what the fuck happened here. Delete draft.
No, just.
I think it was because it was sitting for so long.
Oh, you're just gonna have to redo it then, probably.
Yeah.
Wait, remember what time this was at? 42 minutes, I think.
It was 42. Yeah, I looked at it. Just cut it at 42.
Yeah, okay, good.
Or just maybe a minute or 2 before 42.
Yeah, just listen around 42 and then.
You know, the funny thing I miss about football is seeing all the football players' names and how ridiculous they are.
Like who?
Like I'm looking at little Jordan Humphrey. Like little, like LIL. Like who names you?
His name was Lil Jordan Humphrey. What? Yeah,
you never heard of him? Little Jordan Humphrey plays for New Orleans.
No, what?
What? Yeah.
I seriously, I have no idea who that is.
This dude.
Yeah, there's a new one.
That's actually ridiculous.
Yeah, some of their names are just insane.
Okay, I gotta piss anyway. Just log into that.
What position was I at?
9.
9?
He was at 6. I was at 12.
Oh, 6, 9, 12.
Did you send another invite or you just do it through the app?
No. Go to the Goons chat. Okay, I'm at 9. Okay, let's walk through ours again. So Dion's gonna pick McCaffrey. Thunder will pick Cook. Who's at 3rd? Did we say again? Oh, you're at third.
I'm at third. Kamara.
So third, you're gonna take Kamara. That'll definitely give Kyle Henry, and then it's Nick at 5, which would be Chubb.
Okay, you guys logged in.
Yeah, Nick would have to take Chubb, and then it depends on who Elliott takes.
Dex, you in?
Just joining it right now.
Okay.
I'm in.
What? They have Tyreek Hill ranked higher than Devontae Adams.
I think a lot of that is just depending on you don't know what you're going to get from Rodgers, but I don't see how he is not.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill is ranked as the 9th drafted player. Like, it's Tyreek Hill, then Aaron Jones at running back, and then Devontae Adams at 11. And they're still saying that Kelsey gets drafted in the first round at 12. This is insane. I don't know. I don't buy any of this, but that's just me.
Do you guys want to do a defense?
Yeah, let's throw a defense on there.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. Just make your last pick a defense.
A defense, yeah.
Or I guess.
Just make your last pick a defense.
No, but it
Or
depends.
just pick them whatever, but you just have to.
It, you know what
you
I
just
mean?
have to have one within the 8.
Randomize, confirm. Okay. So if this works, I'm going to start it. If it works, then just fucking roll with it. 3, 2, 1.
All right, guys. Technical difficulties are hopefully all sorted out. We're going to kick it off right now. What do we got, Kamish? She's going?
Yeah, you're up, buddy.
Yeah, we redid it. Yeah,
right.
it's Lovat second,
yeah.
Ovi third.
2,
and now
3,
I have the 10th pick.
Put us in the
2,
wrong
3, 10.
spots.
2, 3, 10.
Oh, I picked that
changed the
spot on
spot.
purpose because I like that spot. Oh, no. Okay, so yeah, I'm drafting second overall. The only reason I'm saying this is because this is, I think, what someone in our drafts is gonna want. The computer picked Dalvin Cook first overall, which gives me CMC. That's a fucking no-brainer at 2. I'm not even gonna really break it down. I'm just gonna pick Christian McCaffrey.
And I'm gonna.
So yeah, go ahead, man. That was too easy of a pick.
That one's easy. And mine's pretty easy too because it's going right off of what I said with my fucking draft analysis, and I'm gonna take Derrick Henry at 3. Nice and easy. Get the fucking winner king.
Oh,
Some
Jonathan
of
Taylor
these
went
computer
fifth.
picks are unbelievable.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill at 8. That's wild.
So Declan at 10.
I am at 10.
Always looking.
I am looking. Oh, Jesus. There we go.
There we go. So we got Aaron
So explain who you got.
Jones. Dex, who you got?
Explain
your pick there, buddy.
Oh, it was Aaron Jones. I mean, he was the easiest one.
He's panicking.
I was hoping Devontae Adams was going to come back, but he never came back. When Adams, Austin Eckler, Hopkins, Mixon, which Mixon surprised me there at the turn, especially with a few wide receivers left on the board. Where do I go?
Devontae Adams even about fucking mock draft.
Where do
Remember,
I
it's
go?
mock draft. This is not a real team. I'm surprised that DeAndre Hopkins went that high. See, this is why these mock drafts for me are just like so whatever.
Well, with the computer
picks are
involved,
ridiculous.
Yeah, they're wild.
That's like DeAndre Hopkins for me is not. I don't
Take
know.
Calvin
He's not
Ridley
going to
there.
be the third guy off the board.
Calvin Ridley. Ooh,
Ridley.
that's high. That's high for Ridley too. Oh,
but I still like
at
the
1-3, at 1-3, and this is my pick. I fucking love it, boys.
No,
my
this
man.
is 2-3.
2-3. Oh yeah, well 2-3. Yeah, 2-10.
Oh, you snagged it right up underneath me. Yeah. Oh, we got Antonio Gibson.
Gibson, and I knew Lovat was looking for him, so I'm fucking snaking that right from
Just
underneath
snake him out.
Wait, did that guy already get drafted? Oh, motherfucker. Oh, no. Oh, I'm in shambles right now, guys. I don't even know. I'm a mess. I'm like looking at this list, and I'm just like, I don't even know who to draft. Oh, yeah. This is not good, but I guess I know he's dealing with a little bit of injuries, but I'm gonna go with CEH from KC.
I'd say that's
I think that's kind of like my safe bet. Yeah, that's. All right.
All right.
Waiting for the computer to pick. We're getting
sitting there on
again.
the clock.
The computer's
Pat
not thinking about this
Mahomes.
one.
These are wild.
Oh no! The computer snagged. I wasn't gonna take Pat Mahomes, but I was gonna take Keenan Allen right there as my WR1. So for my first pick in the third round, I'm gonna try to pick up a wide receiver here. I think this is an easy one. It's gonna piss off pretty good. Terry McLaurin. That's I think only because the computer screwed me and took Keenan Allen. That's who I wanted. So you can blame the computer.
You know what? And I got a lot of good options here. I got JJ going at 3-3. I got JJ. I could go Darren Waller and get a lockdown tight end.
Yeah.
I could go on Declan's side of things and go for fucking my boy Swift, but I can't go that Antonio Gibson and DeAndre Swift combo.
Yeah,
again.
I think you need a wide receiver here, buddy.
Fuck that! I'm going J.K. Dobbins because the kid's gonna be a beast this year.
Wow, Ove went 3 running backs to kick things off. We're all the way down to Dex there. Kyler Murray was the second QB off the board by the computer. Someone who runs these algorithms is smoking a lot of fucking marijuana, let me tell you that. Stay off the weed when you're drafting, kids.
I'll tell you what, boy. I'm gonna take the hometown guy. I'm gonna take DeAndre Swift.
All right, there you go.
I'll take him.
There's that homer pick, and then right back to you. What do you got?
And then
buddy?
right back here. Where do we go from here? Do I go with a wide receiver or do I go running back?
Oh, he's going running back, wide receiver, running back. Where's he go?
Where am I gonna go? Where am I gonna go? I'm gonna take. I don't want to take him. Even it's a block draft. Fuck it. Taking Kareem Hunt.
Oh, you keep Santa Claus shit.
Yeah, there you go.
Declan's trying not to give away any of his secrets.
No, that's exactly what I'm not giving away anything.
And I know I said I didn't want to fucking jump on the tight end train a little bit too early, but I think this kid's gonna be an absolute beast, and he's gonna be a target this year for Matt Ryan. So Kyle Pitts at 410.
This guy doesn't have a wide receiver going into the 5th round.
Dude, this is what I'm saying. People are gonna learn tough lessons, and I think if Ove actually does this on real drafts, it's gonna be hurting because you're gonna be picking up like WR3s in your roster, and even if your running backs ball out, I mean, your main stress will be your wide receiver maybe putting up 4 points, and that could lose your week, right? So.
That's it.
It depends what your strategy is though, because I mean you locked up some good running backs, so at least you have that. Definitely for your flex, picking 3 running backs not the end of the world, right?
Yep.
So
3 starters and probably RB1s. No one's touching the ball other than them. So
yeah. So for my 4th pick, kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place here because. I was looking at Chris Godwin, and then there's both wide receivers out of the Rams. And I think, I don't know. I'm just going to.
I hate my team.
Just because
I love it.
He's got some time.
5th round in, and he already fucking hates it. Love it.
I hate this team, man.
So
Aaron Jones, Calvin Ridley, Swift, and Hunt.
Yeah. So I picked Chris Godwin with my 4th pick. So I got 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. My team is Christian McCaffrey, CEH, Terry McLaurin, and Chris Godwin right now. Now, what do I want to do? I think this is an easy pick after today. I think that these rankings are clearly not updated because I just got a starting running back in the 5th round with James Robinson.
Yeah, that's if he made it all the way back. That's what I was going to take because I was scrolling like, wow, that guy's all the way down there.
Yeah, so it's just not updated through the app, so the computer knew not to snag him yet because of the way he was ranked.
Yeah.
But with the Etienne news today, I mean, I'll take a starting running back in the 5th round, no problem.
Absolutely.
And then your 5th pick.
My 5th, I'm gonna go. Declan's gonna love this one, but I think when it comes
Does that
down
mean
to
he's
it,
gonna actually hate it? Or
Yeah, I don't know.
100%. But if this guy can actually play this year and he can stay healthy, he's gonna put up numbers. So
Kenny Galladay, that guy's too busy
Oh!
dancing.
Dude, Declan and I both got screwed last year. We each had him in different leagues, and that was my downfall in one of the leagues, was because I think I might have drafted him as my WR1 or maybe WR2, depending on
Yeah,
where I
and he
drafted last year,
was so disappointing. Where
Yeah.
do I go from here?
So this is Dec's 5th pick. He's locked up Aaron Jones, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, and Kareem Hunt. So he's got 3 running backs, 1 wide receiver. What are you going with your 5th pick, Dex?
I'm gonna go Chase Claypool. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna pair him with Calvin Ridley. I'm gonna pair him with Calvin Ridley.
A TikTok boy.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but I'll take him.
Hey, Slant Boy just got taken by the computer just before I got back to you on the turn.
Yeah. Where do I go from here?
Hey, Michael Thomas in the 6th is an absolute steal this year.
I was gonna say it is pretty.
Well, because you don't know what you're gonna get out of him, right? I mean,
no, but in the
it's good.
6th, I think that's still a deal. Whether even if he's an average wide receiver, that's still decent in the 6th, right?
If he goes back to his old ways, then yeah, absolutely. Him at 6 is a fucking steal of the draft.
Yeah, but in the 6th, if you're trying to draft a WR1, which actually you're trying to do, I think you're in trouble anyways. But
Don't you worry about me, brother.
listen, if you want to fucking use that draft strategy, I'll let you use it all day. In our real draft, we are drafting back to back, so you can let.
Yeah, you guys can screw it up for
right
each other. So with my pick, I took Jonte Williams at 6'3". That's where I took him. Yeah.
No, I think
running back out of North Carolina. Was slated to be the backup in Denver, but
might be the starter now.
Might be the starter, yeah. So that's a good pick for in the 6th there, Dex. Definitely good luck.
Yeah, and a lot of this, my next pick is going to hinge on a lot of what we were just talking about and who the starter is out in Denver, but I think Jerry Jeudy's going to have a nice year this year, and I think he's going to get a lot of looks. So if we're looking at target percentage, then I think that's a guy that you want to start targeting in your draft this year.
I really don't like that Kareem Hunt pick.
Declan's over here dwelling over fucking mock draft. Don't lose sleep over this, buddy.
He might. This is live.
So this is a guy that I told you guys.
Here's the guy.
But no, I told you that I think he's gonna have a good year. He's in what I would call a high-powered offense now. Not like crazy top-tier guys, but a team that is built, I think, to make a run at it this year, and that's Washington. Logan Thomas will be my tight end for my 6th pick. It was hit between him and Noah Fant, but I think that there's just more upside in Washington. So that's why I went there. And it's back to me on the turn here in the 7th round. And are we making us draft QBs or no?
Yeah, you got to take a quarterback.
QB defense in the 7th and 8th.
Yep.
So we're only doing 8 rounds, guys, just to give you the heads up again.
We don't want to keep you here all night,
So I'm gonna go with my boy this year because my actual boy Josh Allen got drafted in the 4th round by the computer. Going Justin Herbert, man. That's an easy one for me.
Easy pick, yeah.
Get him. I mean, normally I wouldn't be drafting a QB that high, but because we're just doing an 8-rounder, Justin Herbert with my second last pick. I'm laughing, I think.
Yep. And I'm going to flip things up a bit. I'm not going to go I got quarterback defense still go, but I'm going to take a defense this time, and I'm going to go with the team that has my boy.
Good pick, Washington.
Oh, I think you muted yourself there, buddy.
I sure did.
That was
Ah,
And-
Matt Stafford was taken right before me. I was going to take Matt Stafford as my QB, but the team in front of me
So
took
wait.
him.
So Ove got Washington defense. Okay, there it is.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
got cut off, I think, when he
Uh-huh.
got muted. But so now we're at Deck's pick for either a QB or a defense. That's kind of funny that you wanted your ex-boy.
Yeah,
He got
it's-
trapped. He got snaked by the computer.
Jared
Right
Jared
in
Goff
front of
is
you.
still available.
You're-
Yeah, I
you're
think he
QB
can
for
stay
your
there.
team. Do it, man.
He can stay there. I'll go with the defense this time. Where do we go? They go with the Bucks. They pretty much brought everybody back.
Yeah,
Going to
yeah.
be another
Yep.
solid,
Gonna be a
another
great
solid year
defense.
for them.
Yeah,
Oh, of
absolutely.
course. When it's starting to come back to me, man, then all the
My
big defenses
quarterback
start
for
going. So it's Dex on the turn with his last pick. He's got to pick a QB.
I'll take
Um,
Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, you son of a
Oh.
bitch. That's who I was
Uh,
going for.
That's who you're going to take.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
dude! Look at
Yeah.
every fucking defense just got yoinked off the board. I'm screwed now. I was like, okay, I'll go with those guys. No, bing, 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 bing. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defenses in a row. Now back to for his.
And
And then there was-
I started that defense train.
I was gonna say you literally did.
8 of the last 10 were
Oh
defenses.
my god! No,
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
scraps at defense with my last pick.
And for me on this one, gonna be a very unpopular fucking choice for QB1. But the stats are there, and he took his team to the playoffs last year, and I'm gonna go with my boy Baker.
There's better options there, I would say.
You've made this mistake
that's
once before.
100%. I have, but I fucking Baker's my boy, so I gotta fucking ride or die, boys.
All right, man.
I wasn't making that rookie
Listen,
mistake
I think
again.
that Cleveland. Yeah, yeah. I think Cleveland should have a decent year, so it's not a horrible pick, man.
That's Cleveland. That's Cleveland's division this year.
Ooh, hot take. So with my last pick, I got to pick a defense. And with judging kind of what's here, I think right now I'm just gonna go with the Colts. I think I like the fact that
It's the best defense there, man.
Yeah, like that's what I
Like,
was
it's
gonna
not.
say.
It's,
They're decent enough that
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it, boys. We're all gonna read off our teams here now. That's concluded. Our 8-round mock draft for you guys. I hope that you had some laughs like we did. And we'll read off our teams, and then we'll give each other grades. I guess that would kind of make it fun and just wrap up episode 33. So
Personally, I like my team. I do not like my wide receivers. So that's
well,
what it
that's
comes
what you
down to.
get.
Yeah, and you know what? That's what happens when you don't take one in an 8-round draft until the 5th round.
I think
So,
Lovi probably is the best team up until round 5
yeah,
because he
Yeah.
snagged James Robinson at 5, Terry McLaurin, Chris Godwin, Edwards-Helaire, and McCaffrey's a good solid team.
yeah, no, I think Lovat's probably he's sitting at a 8 out of 10. I give him 8 out of 10, 8.5, 8.5. I give
It really
myself
went downhill after the 5th.
yeah.
I'd give myself probably like a 6.5.
Hey, the Justin
Roughly.
Herbert pick is pretty good at QB.
No,
It's like
that's what I'm
because we
saying.
had to lock
I
in with
agree.
a tight end QB
I agree.
defense, right? My
I
defense
agree.
is shit, and my tight end might not work.
But I
out.
don't think your defense is shit. That was a defense that did really good last year. So like all around, like
Yeah.
Logan Thomas is the only like questionable, but I still think he's gonna be a great fucking piece on that offense.
We'll see.
This year.
I think you're still gambling taking Logan Thomas just because of the pieces that are on that team now. They're saying Antonio Gibson. They're gonna try to move into a CMC role. With Curtis Samuel and Terry McLaurin, the ball has a lot of places to go.
Yeah.
So I think that Logan Thomas is going to get a share, but maybe not as much as what I think they're boosting him to. They're boosting him to be so far. So
Time will tell, my friend. Time will tell.
Oh, your top 3 picks are hot.
Yeah.
And then you fell off
Yeah.
a cliff, man. You started with Derrick Henry, Antonio Gibson, and J.K. Dobbins. So I mean, he got 3 starting running backs, which looks great.
And I got
right
I
off
got
the
Kyle
bat,
I got
so.
Kyle Pitts in Washington football team.
I
So
don't know, man. I would.
when it comes down to it, like
Yeah, your
if-
defense is definitely good, but then I
yeah,
think your
the Pitts. Hey,
receiver problem
I'm
is heavy.
all about a fucking reach on a rookie. If you guys know me, I like to reach on a rookie.
Oh yeah.
And I think Kyle Pitts is a good. He's an easy reach this year. So
Between you and Leo,
yeah.
someone's reaching on a rookie, but sometimes it works.
It'll be Leo.
sometimes
Leo does it
doesn't,
every
so.
year.
Yeah.
And
Every
Dex team, you've already announced that you really don't like your team. So
No, I don't like that Kareem Hunt pick at all. at
Well,
that-
first
at that
off,
position.
you didn't even draft a tight end, so that's your first mistake.
Oh,
So that's
Oh
I
yeah.
forgot that you did. Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess you technically drafted Javonte Williams.
so that's
instead of a tight end.
you're gonna have a empty position every week, so that's gonna
Just
hurt you.
Kick Kareem Hunt off the team.
he's already bailing on Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
Dude,
So I
see,
ranked
we
Declan
always-
4 out of 10.
It's good, man. I'm not
Same,
giving away any
same.
secrets.
Well, dude, I hope that this is your secret that you draft like this.
No, it won't be this horrible.
No, dude, we always have that one guy every year that we always draft. For me, everyone knows that it's my boy. If you're watching on the YouTube, you can see the jersey behind me, Mike Evans. That's my guy. If he's there when I want him, I always fucking draft him.
Yeah.
It was Joe Mixon for a while.
Watch your goddamn mouth.
And for Declan, judging by this mock draft, it might be Kareem Hunt because I think you've had him for at least a year or two, have you not?
Yeah, I got him.
last
I
year.
grabbed him last year, and then I had him.
I think you
in
had
his
him rookie season
as well.
Yeah.
I had him as rookie season. Yeah, I traded Todd Gurley away for Kareem Hunt. I remember
Yeah.
that. I traded him to Derek.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think me, Mike Evans, Joe Mixon,
Kareem Hunt.
and then you, Kareem Hunt. We got our guys that we just
No.
gravitate
Watch
towards.
your mouth. Watch your mouth. I don't have I'm not touching them this year.
Dude,
Yeah,
if
we'll see.
somehow
He'll
exactly
fall to
what
him
Declan
somehow
said.
at that part of the drive.
If he falls to me in the third, I'll take him.
See, there you go.
In the third. See, it's already, like Declan just got him in the fourth, I guess, on a turn in late picking. So I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world, but
You got to start it. You got to start running back in the end of the third, start of the fourth. You're laughing.
Yeah, take it if it's there.
No, you're
Yeah.
talking about Joe Mixon or Kareem Hunt? Because I was talking about
J
Kareem
Mix.
Hunt.
J Mix. I was
Oh,
talking about
okay,
J Mix.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, where did he even go here? Let's see.
He went at the turn, one after the turn.
Oh my God, Joe Mixon in the second round. Yeah.
I'm
Early in the
not about
second,
it.
man. That's
No,
yeah.
that's
no,
Not
Fair.
about it.
That's no, definitely not. Man, I wouldn't mind this team actually. Guys, if you can just let me pick.
Well,
this
that's gonna
team,
be so
I'll
disappointed
fine.
with his actual team that he draft because this is
I was
all he's gonna
say,
think about.
like, you guys had like half decent mock drafts. I had like a great mock draft, and then my real team will just be fucking dog shit. And then I'll just be like weeping in the corner. Hey, you know what? We're gonna have a pool. We're gonna have a keg. I am more than happy
I'm
to
gonna
just
be-
enjoy my maybe one of the last days I can of summer. You know,
I'm going to
So,
be happy regardless, boys. That's what it
Fast
comes
and
down
fast.
to.
just hanging out with the boys, talking football. You know, guys know that that's what this podcast
Talking
started off
shit.
of.
And laughing at
Yeah.
people's terrible picks.
That's it.
Exactly. You know, there's always that guy. Last year it was Derek. So hopefully he stays off the weed this year,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and we'll see who's that guy this year because every draft and every league has that one guy. Hopefully it's not you.
Yeah,
If you're listening,
if your
hopefully
league
you're
doesn't
not
have that
that
one
guy.
guy, it's you.
Don't-
If you're
don't-
like that league doesn't have that guy,
It's
like,
you,
that
buddy.
You
guy.
are that guy. You are that guy. Exactly.
You're not that guy, pal.
You're not that guy, pal.
All right, guys. We hope you enjoyed the surprise we had for you. The live mock draft on the recording. So not so live for us, not so live for you guys. But we hope you enjoyed it. We hope maybe it gave you a little bit of insight on where you should take some guys or where you shouldn't take some guys. And for the most part, that is it for us for episode 33. Boys, Got anything else you want to tell the people?
Happy drafting, boys and girls.
Yeah,
Let's
good luck with
fucking
your draft.
go. Let's fucking
right.
go.
Like I said, that is it for episode 33. Make sure you check out the YouTube video. Just search Gridiron Goons in the search bar. You can do that on all streaming platforms as well. Don't forget to check out deanblundell.com. And guys, we got a lot of shit in the works for you this season. It's still preseason, so we're not telling you shit. You got to stay tuned all season long, but we got a lot of tricks up our sleeve this season, just like we did last year. And yeah, stay tuned, and we'll see you guys next week.
Stay safe.
Keep it fucking sleazy, boys and girls. I love you. Mwah.